Stand by for the Comic Industry Insider's live pre-show. Stand by graphics. Cue graphics. Roll intro. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start pre-show. Cue logo intro. We're live, people.
I'm just gonna pull you up, Brian. That like first, this is so exciting now.
I know, right? Yeah, it's
It just jumps right in. Like we're ready to go.
People that are standing by. I tapped into my television producing background, and I don't know. Have you ever been in the control room when a TV show's on?
I did. I kinda like I was in show choirs and such, and so I did some of the stuff where they were camera one, camera two, moving things around, talking to the guys moving around, that kind of thing. Yeah. Some of that, very little.
Back in the day, I worked at TSN, and I did a very short stint as a graphics guy, like the guys that make the LeBron James scored 100 points kind of things. And that has got to be the most stressful place. You've got this technical director who sits next to a guy that's a switcher. And that guy is constantly like, okay, ready camera two, take camera two, ready camera three, camera four, move to position, camera two. And it's just like nonstop.
Also, I was a big fan of Sports Night. I don't know if you watched that show, but I loved that show. So I always just assumed at some point I was going to be there.
I worked on Sports Desk, which was the precursor to Sports Center in Canada.
Oh, well, there you go. All right. Well, I one time tried to start a show called Comic Center. Back, that was the old.
We could do that now. I got this.
Let's do
pull
it.
Up all the
Comic Center. All right, let's go.
Center.
Marvin Wynn, by the way, showed a couple of covers of his new project. On Facebook. It was looking really good.
That's cool.
Marvin, speaking of looking good, thank you, Django. I mean, the two of us, we're colorful, right?
Little Star Wars, a little classic Star Wars.
All right, we jumped right in, and I know sometimes this goes to the audio, so I'm just going to say welcome to Comic Industry Insiders Live, our weekly conversation with our best friends who happen to love comics too, and the industry of comics. We all kind of come together on the fact that we're really nerdy about selling and making and building comics and building comics publishers and doing those things, and nobody more than Megan. So hi, Megan. We have a couple of friends we're going to bring up this week. Next week is San Diego, so everybody is stressed all the way out. Like everyone's at a 10. And so as a result, we're not seeing the same sort of show up, but we normally see for our pre-show banter. And I'm not taking this personally, guys. You all have work to do, and I appreciate all the work you do. But one of our guys is already looking. He's already drifting. You okay there, buddy?
Tired. Yeah. It's just been like everything is urgent, right?
Yeah.
Every single thing. And you're like, well, I guess I'll just sleep next month. That's kind of where I'm at right now. Yeah, I need a shower. I remember the last time I had one of those, and
sleep is for the weak.
Sleep is what it is. I've just 2 hours is enough, right?
It's fine. It's totally
but
fine.
I don't want to sound like I'm complaining because all of the reasons I'm tired are awesome, right? Everything I'm doing is cool, including the show. That's part of why I'm tired. But I'm working on some cool books. I'm working with my friends. We're getting ready to go to San Diego. I haven't been in 2 years, maybe 3. As fast as time goes, it might be 3. So yeah. And the other thing is, everything's urgent. It feels like everything's on fire, but we've done it all. Everything that's coming up, we're knocking down. It's just like I haven't eaten well or slept.
It's all stuff we know how to do. It's just a lot of it. I had this conversation with my wife yesterday where I was saying like it's just what's wrong? And I'm like, nothing is wrong. Literally nothing is wrong. Everything I'm working on right now is working. Everybody seems to be really enjoying the work that we're doing.
Totally.
And and they're asking us to do more and cool stuff. And the projects we're working on are all progressing and doing really well. It's just a lot of it.
It's to use that old expression, I don't feel like any of us are over our skis. It's just a really tall mountain and it just keeps going and going and going, but everything that I've needed to get done, I've gotten done. Everything I need to get done later today, I'm sure I'll get done, but it was just this feeling of like, you look at everything as increments of time and you just see your days filling up and you just go, well, I'm probably not cooking dinner tonight. That's going to be a takeout night because we're swamped.
Speaking of somebody who knows what, because I know what you're talking about. Sometimes you like hit that black diamond slope and you're like, I can't stop. I can only navigate my way down. And somebody who I'm certain knows how to do that is our editor, Joe Keating, who's putting not one, but two books to the printer this week. Yes.
I was going to say, this show is live, but also work is live. Like there's stuff happening in this other window over here. But I'm happy to report Comics Magazine number 6 is at the printer. So cool. Next up is TFI number 16.
Yeah.
We're going.
Yes, and I believe Django is right. This is the famous last words episode. This is we're gonna look back on this episode and say, remember when we said everything was working? Nothing's working.
Tired. I didn't realize
next
Django was
Tuesday.
making a joke.
You will notice how silent I've been during all this. Like I'm not saying a thing. I'm not gonna say that it's quiet or noisy or
No, this is all me just trying to stay positive, and I probably just shot myself in the foot. Just right in the skis. No, it's funny though. I read Django's comment as literal. I was like, no, Django, that's a different show. I don't know what you're talking about. I definitely don't have slides for last words episode.
Although
I'm just that tired.
We should definitely do an episode. Look at all that.
It's a pretty good show idea.
So this show is we're centered around San Diego Comic-Con this week. It is obviously next week for those of you who are not going. It is, I guess, now the second largest Comic-Con in the world. I guess I don't know how they San Diego and New York they like to vie.
You got Angoulême, and you got what's that one in Japan that's massive?
Yeah,
like
those don't count. Those are not don't count. What are we? I know we're going to be talking about a lot of stuff that Prana's doing, but what are we not doing? What are you looking forward to? Because everybody but Brian is going. So what are we not having a rundown? And by the way, if you're in the comments, A, hi, and B, let us know. Like, what is the thing that you're most looking forward to in San Diego this year? What gives you the most FOMO about the fact you're not going? We'd love to hear about it. All right. Who else got one?
Yeah, no, I've got one. This is going to some of years back. You guys remember Trickster years back? Scott Morris put it on, and it was like across the street, and it was just like,
yeah.
I really missed that, and that was.
I loved that. Oh,
and the closest thing I've seen to that recently, our friend of the show, Patrick Reed, is putting on a hip hop and comics thing in celebration of Eric Orr's Max the Hip Hop Robot. I want to say it's at a coffee shop and it's like not right across the street from San Diego, but it's pretty. It's like a 10-minute Uber drive. That looks really cool. So if you like hip hop and comics,
do we have something on that?
Yes, I do. I was going to
ask something on that.
Show it. Yep, I'm going to throw that in the stage.
There we go. Scan that QR code.
Scan it. Look at you, Joe.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah,
Patrick always does such. I mean, he's been doing that kind of hip hop and comics thing while also doing the museum. Like now has that museum business that he and his partner are doing.
Yeah, Ben Saunders. Yeah, dude.
Saunders. Yeah.
Yeah, in fact, coincidentally, we actually have a thing about their stuff in Comics Magazine number 6.
Oh, cool.
Michael Sullivan did a report for us on what they're doing. But anyway, yeah, this is going to be fun. They're going to have a bunch of people out. They're doing like a Max, that character figurine. They're having hip hop artists and live art and all sorts of stuff. And it's free. Even if you don't have a badge, you don't need a badge. Just scan that code.
All right, I'm taking it down.
All right. No, Geek Out 8682. Megan will not be joining us this year. Megan, I don't know. Somebody has to keep all of our balls rolling while we're all there running. Like legitimately, I don't. My calendar's. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not good.
She's your person in the chair. You like literally the most important job. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. Oh, believe me. Yeah. There was somebody who was on the Prana team years ago. Who I said, yeah, you're going to keyboard. And they said, well, what do you mean keyboard? Megan knows what I mean when I say you're going to keyboard. You know? Yeah, I know. I agree. I agree. It was a hard decision for all of us that Megan couldn't be there, but we make those decisions. It's hard to, anyway. Running a business, kids, it's not for the faint. Here's Oracle. The show is not going to be about the fact Megan's not going to San Diego, but awesome. Brian, all right, you're not going. You've got 1 minute. What gives you the most FOMO about the whole thing?
Like the fact that all of my friends are in San Diego and I'm not there. Like, if a nuclear war happens and San Diego gets blasted off, I have no friends left. I'm just alone in the world. Yeah, it's going to suck. So,
that's completely fair.
Yeah, that's it. Like, honestly, everybody I know and like is in San Diego, except for my family. Like, they're with me. So,
well,
caveat, not family.
Yeah, I know you have to say that. Good for you.
Legally.
All right.
Legally, yeah.
All right, kids. Joe, I'm sure I'll talk to you as soon as we come down off of this. Trevor, you're going to be making sure the whole thing works. Brian, I'll have you right back after we say hello to everybody. Yeah, I know.
Django's convinced I'm going to show up. One of these years, I'm going to play this gag, and I'm just going to show up and be like, "Hey guys,
hey, what's up?"
This is not the year.
I get to come and do nothing now because I didn't plan anything because I didn't tell anybody I was coming.
That's right.
All right, kids. Let's knock this. What the hell's going on right now?
What happened?
I don't know. Oh, that was really weird. Okay. All right. Anyway, let's do it.
Push the button.
I'm removing everybody.
Bye.
Where is that other button? Friends and neighbors, just as sure as retailers will find a way to mark up exclusive covers, just as sure as there will be exclusives that no one will find next week, it's Comic Industry Insiders Live, the weekly conversation about the comic book industry, where we get all of our friends together and we talk about the things what it's like to have a business or a career in comics, and all the things that are affecting us and all the things we're trying to learn from. And, this week, I don't even know what we're doing because, frankly, I just kind of show up anymore and somebody else tells me. So, Brian, what the hell are we doing? What are we doing?
I literally don't know. Why are you talking to me? Gosh. No, this week is all about San Diego Comic-Con 2026, which apparently is next week. And I'm not sure how that happened. Do you have any insight into how San Diego is next week?
No, honestly, I think in many ways I just took I had worked a long day and took a very long nap and then woke up and it was San Diego time again.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
Yeah. How all this works. San Diego Comic-Con, for those of you who do not know, is either the first or the second largest comic book convention in the world, not counting things that happen, Joe, in Europe and Asia and whatever other parts. That part of the world is technically the world, but still, these are the biggest shows in the world. And San Diego, if you've never been there, is a beautiful city, and it gets overrun by people who are either comic book people or want the attention of comic book people, and movies take it over, and there are giant stupid parties, and the convention itself is just like a big spectacle, and I'm already exhausted. I don't even really want to do it anymore. I don't know. I'm ready to
Speaking as a non-American, can I just say that everything you just said was like the most American thing?
What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just talking.
The only place that matters. Nothing else matters.
I'm just spitting truth. I'm just talking about how What are you talking about? If I didn't say it, it wasn't true.
I love it. I love it. I love it. That's what I love about you, Adam. You are the best and the worst of us all at once.
Yes, sir. I'll take it. Just as my daddy raised me. Let's talk about this show. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's get into it. Let's get right into it. So we're going to be talking about the San Diego Comic-Con prep, what we're doing to get ready for the show, how we're all running as fast as we
you had
can.
to sound out the word prep there for a minute.
Well, because I'm actually thinking 5 steps ahead, and I just finished the thing that I was going to do earlier, and so now I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go now. So we're going to start out by talking about our headlines. Are we actually talking about the state of direct market?
We are not this week. We're going to have to push that to next week. There are two things on this list that we're not doing this week. That's what kind of week we're having, kids. The state of the direct market, we're ready to go. We have the data. We just need to get it into reasonable shape. And we have a couple people who were asking to contribute that we have not had a chance to. This week, once again, this has only happened to us twice, but this is literally once again, we do not have the sales numbers that we normally have. Not because we don't have the data. We did get it. We just had some issues with it. And anyway, Sean wasn't able to make it. So why even bother? Sean's not going to be here.
Exactly. Yeah.
Which, by the way, from now on, Megan dubbed him. And I think from now on, we need to call him Statman. Statman. What's his last name?
Carruthers.
Huh? It's not Carruthers.
No, sorry. I was thinking
want it
to
be Carruthers, but it is not. Anybody remembers his name, feel free to let us know in the comments. Anyway.
And then we're going to be talking San Diego Comic-Con. We're going to talk about the 17 panels that you guys are doing.
Yes.
The parties they need to go to.
Yes.
And I managed to get the secret bathroom in there. And
you got the secret bathroom. I was told we weren't allowed to talk about the secret bathroom.
I know where it is until Joe tells me otherwise. I know where it is. So let's why don't we get right into it? Let's start with the news. Some news. This
we're not talking about this week.
Fascinating.
We're not talking about this week.
We're not going to talk about this?
No, we're not.
There you go.
I'll tell you why. Because we were not able to corroborate. So as a result, we are going to keep ourselves to a certain news standard, and we're not going to discuss this because there are still details we're not able to corroborate.
I'm so proud of us. I will say I'm gonna go off script a little bit and say this is making the rounds on all of the forums, like retailer forums, Reddit forums. The Absolute Batman forum is going absolutely crazy about this. So there's a report that was released by a website that will remain nameless, and it has ruffled some feathers, let's just say. And it's actually brought up a bunch of really interesting conversations around whatnot selling and stuff like that. I'm trying to get to the bottom of some hatred of whatnot sellers, which I'm always perplexed by because a lot of this feels very similar to how things were back in the early internet days where, internet sellers were different and considered pariahs. And my statement was always, there is a market for these people. And either you as a retailer fill that market or somebody else will. And you can't call somebody that is doing something you aren't willing to do a pariah. That's just because eventually the market catches up with it. And it either catches up with it because you have decided to participate in it. If you do not decide to participate in it, you cannot criticize it. That is just simply it. So
since we're talking about this and we're not talking about the other thing, I have a yes and to what you just said, which is I'm doing one of the panels that we're doing at San Diego and that we're working on a larger video for is something called Past, Present, and Future of Comics Distribution. The idea being that, if we take a look at the past, we can begin to see some of the patterns that show up over and over again for our industry and begin to learn from them. This has been a really fascinating sort of research project for me because it really does highlight the fact that so many of the things we deal with now have just been on repeat, including a distributor going completely under and nearly putting the business out of business.
Oh, that's true.
Changes in formatting, changing this distribution, the way that government works inside, like all of it.
Demographic changes.
Demographic changes. All of it is repeated over and over again. One of the things that I think repeats here that I think is worth discussing is there was a time when if you wanted to buy comics, you bought them from a newsstand, right? And you bought them from someone who ran that newsstand. And sometimes, sometimes when you do running a business like that, you have to make changes, or you have to understand that there's the industry is going to shift without you. All of those, I can only imagine those newsstand sources hearing about the direct market and saying, no, that's not right. We've been carrying this product for decades. We've been the reason that this product's even made. The reason it's made in this format is because of us. So how come these guys get to buy it direct from the publisher, right? That's just not how our model works, right? Some of them decided to become direct market comic shops, right? In the same way that live sellers, a lot of direct market comic shops now are looking at live selling and saying, I should be there. I know how to do this, right? I think that there's just a lesson to be learned here, which is you have to shift with the times. You cannot railing against the times just raises your own blood pressure and does nothing else.
Yeah.
You cannot slow progress.
The dinosaurs were the ones that yelled the loudest when the asteroid was coming.
Truly.
That was a smug look.
All right.
Speaking of dinosaurs and industries, music industry. The music industry is deadlocked, Adam. It's deadlocked.
Deadlocked.
So the entire music
sorry,
industry is in a complete deadlock right. This is your story.
I know.
Artists don't want to release music. Lawsuits abound. It all boils down to a thing that no one few appear to be solving. So basically, it boils down to that there's no good metadata for the actual loops and sounds within music. So I immediately texted Django and Jeff and said, this sounds like a job for the data pros, because I'm pretty sure there's no money in this job as well. So we should totally do it.
This is really interesting to me on a number of different levels. And part of the reason I wanted to discuss it when I saw this post, Derek Holm did a little bit of research. He's the real deal in his world. In the same way that we talk about comics, he talks about music. Obviously, they're going through a lot of the same things they're talking about. AI scraping everything without permission. We hear that a lot, right? Derivative works being created without permission, without credit to the original work. Boy, oh boy. Does that sound familiar? No single source of truth for canonical metadata. There is nothing that we keep working towards it, and I think someday we'll get there, but we don't have that for comics. And I think we'd solve so many problems if we did.
Absolutely. And that's the other thing. Even if we have the standard right now, we don't have a canonical database of everything. Like Django's got one, I've got one, Stu's got one. Everybody's got their own, but there's no canonical comic industry database the way that there is an Onyx feed that has everything.
Then there you go. The next point, metadata that does exist, namely from media conglomerates, sits behind paywalls or partner deals. Catalog owners settling for blanket licensing without asking artists or thinking about the future and precedent. Man, I mean, it's just the same. It is the same problems that we're having on the comic side. And it just points out the fact that we're all in a shifting environment, right? We're all having to figure out that metadata is basically your product. If you don't get the metadata right, your product is not going to be right. And if there's no place of reference for that metadata, it doesn't matter, right? I think we are all going to be going through some challenges in real time, and we need to be learning from how other industries are handling it.
100%,
So anyway, I saw this and I thought, man, this is a call out for our show. This feels so much like what we talk about.
Yeah, like if I'm to be a super nerd for a minute, I've done some real deep dives into Onyx lately because we're working on maturing the Comet standard and trying to get it kind of the next level. And one of those things is you've got to look at similar standards, and one of the best ones is Onyx, because it's been around for like 40 years. Like it's
Mhm.
that entire business. I am not quite sure how it operates, because ordering from the book market seems to be a nigh impossible task compared to how we do stuff in comics. But at the same time, like their data is impeccable. It's so good. There's an entire standard built around it. Like, yeah, it's impressive. So yeah, it's cool to see that this same problem is happening in other industries. And I bet you, if you were to ask somebody in the book industry, they'd be like, "Oh yeah, our data's a mess," because everyone thinks
Yeah.
it's, you know, where it
Exactly.
is.
And the thing is that it's a mess, and yet it is. I mean, the book industry's data is the reason that there's an Amazon. They looked at this and said that there's a cohesive database that we can pull from.
Yeah,
Megan would like us to make sure that we say that the Onyx is for the book market, right? So yes,
yeah, it's
it
it's
is the feed,
ONIX.
right? I know they are in the process, just from hearing rumblings from behind the scenes. There's conversations about how they're going to change the bisect codes, right, to
Yeah,
be a little more graphic novel friendly, so that we're not just being relegated to some weird section inside of Barnes and Noble, you know.
yeah,
So
yeah.
things are shifting, but they just take time, and they take people who are interested, and they take people who show up, you know.
Yeah,
So yeah.
absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely. Oh
Cool.
my gosh, this is awesome. So once again, Image Comics does it. Lara Croft, Tomb Raider, shows up in G.I. Joe, Real American Hero, stealth. No alert, no big press release. Just so now they've gone back to press for a second printing. And at the same time, they've announced that at San Diego Comic-Con, they are debuting the Lara Croft GI Joe classified action figure. So yeah, this was pretty awesome. The timing on it is amazing. Again, Kirkman and Skybound just like doing really cool stuff for the industry.
Yeah. And they've understood how the industry works, how the met, and you know I was about to say metadata, but how the behind the scenes, the mechanics of the direct
Yeah,
market work, and so they've learned how to kind of weaponize that. I think the lesson here, and it's a little self-serving if you learn it, but the lesson here is look to those who are going to show up with surprises. Look to those who are going to bring value and bring people into the store, and make sure that you invest in those properties and in those publishers. I, as someone who does our best to try and be that for stores, I should hope that I hope that you include us in that. But yeah, I mean the
what's
goal here is, I mean, for the stores is to not get caught, but for the publishers is to still surprise and delight, and that's the tough
yeah,
bit.
what's really cool about Skybound is they do these calls where they tell retailers about these things, and retailers, to their credits, like keep it quiet. They don't
Yeah.
leak it to Bleeding Cool. They don't leak it to Heidi. They keep it under their hats, and then you get cool surprises like this, which is really, really fun. I think, yeah, they're doing good work over there at Skybound. Keep it up.
Excellent.
How about this, your buddy?
Hey!
Look at him.
Uh oh. Actually, I just got a text. I'm sorry. Yeah, Chris Powell, director of operations at Coliseum of Comics. We had Phil Boyle on 2 weeks ago, something like that.
Yeah.
And Chris has been on the show, friend of the show. So man, I'm so happy for Chris. He he was he really got, kicked in the side. He got kicked in the ribs by that Diamond bankruptcy thing, and he's back at home. He's back in Texas. He's there doing really great things. I'm so happy the Coliseum is going to have him. I think, and we had the question of who's going to be the first national chain in comics. I think Phil just got another step up on the leaderboard here, man. This is
For
really
sure.
smart move.
For sure.
So
yeah, congratulations to Chris Powell.
Chris. CP.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Are we allowed to say the name of the company that just did this?
I think we can. I think we've had him on the show. Comics Wellspring has they announced, I want to say, as we were on the show last week. I think that's true. They announced last week, or within the last week, that they are no longer going to be printing comics. I'm not sure what exactly they are doing. I know that there's some conversations behind the scenes about keeping that that team working on something. But they're not making comics anymore. So that means that a lot of the publishers that have come to rely on them they had really great customer service. They had really good quality. They were, a nice print on demand publisher that you could use for things like Kickstarters and things like, one-offs to get your convention books done and all of that. And yeah, they just suddenly decided they couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah.
So Kickstarter, we should drop it in, drop a link in.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Find it. Let's drop a link in the comments. They did a really nice write-up of what to do if your comic book printer suddenly closes. And the one piece I want to call out, actually, let's find that really quickly, because there were a couple pieces in there that I thought were really fantastic. But basically, one of the pieces that they called out was you should be talking to multiple printers before you make up your mind. Working with just one vendor on anything is it's a good way to get yourself surprised in a bad way.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm pulling this up here. Step one.
I got it.
Oh, you got it. Update all your backers as soon as possible. That's obvious, right? Talk to your customers, let them know. Contact multiple comic book printers. So smart. Make sure that you have a backup always, and that you're basing your pricing not on one low price that you get, but on what is the worst case scenario. There's a lot of really great people here. I like all of these. Walsworth, this company that we work with regularly, that's actually who does Comics Magazine.
Oh, that's cool.
Be prepared to adjust your timeline. Part of the thing with crowdfunding is you're working directly with consumers, and they understand that most of these are small teams, even one-man bands. So like, you keep that conversation going, and make sure that you let them know when things change. And don't stop. Stopping legitimately is the only thing that will kill you.
Yeah.
Just keep going.
I agree.
Just keep moving forward. Brian, you have to have gotten to a place in your company and your companies where you're like, why are we even doing this? Why?
You know what? It's so funny because my friend and I have had this conversation, because we've both hit these points where it's like, I think I need to sell this to somebody bigger who can take it to the next level. Because in any business that, there's a point where you're way outside of your comfort zone. But something happens where you actually level up, right? Like you feel the whoa, I know kung fu moment. And that usually happens immediately after you say, I can't do this anymore. So yeah, you just got to go through. Speaking as somebody who's backed like a ton of Kickstarters over the years, and things that have taken 2-3 years to come to pass, communication is the best part of Kickstarter. And I think seeing behind the process is the only reason I support Kickstarters, because I want to be part of the process, right? So like, I love seeing the picture from China, because you had to, like, it was too big for a domestic order, so you had to send it overseas. Seeing those pictures of, the boxes coming in and stuff like that, those are awesome. And they take seconds to produce. So just communicating. As someone with ADHD, I know sometimes that is like the thing you don't want to do because it's hurting your soul.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, you got to do it because your customers will understand. You're going to have a few people that are just going to be jerks about it, but you got to ignore those guys and go for the ones that
I think so
understand,
too.
and your supporters.
And the jerks are just giving you engagement, right? They're giving you an opportunity to talk. And talking to your backers, talking to your customers, like being open. If we're taking this to comic shops, right? We all deal with things like we have to close the shop for a day because the door got kicked in, or a car ran through the front of the store. That has happened so many times.
So many times.
Whatever it is, your boxes didn't show up. They're still, they're somewhere at the UPS center nearby. Talking to your customers, for the most part, when they come to you, they are coming to you.
Yeah.
Right. There's, in this day and age, there's so many easy ways to get entertainment and so many easy ways to get product. And if they're coming to you, they're coming to you as a person, and so give them a person that is dealing with that.
Yeah,
Anyway,
absolutely.
I'm actually really glad a lot of good friends worked at Comics Wellspring have found places. I know others are looking. So if you know somebody, if you need somebody, there's some really great talent out there too. So
yeah, that really is. Yeah.
Cool.
Danny Trejo becomes a comic book action hero in Year of the Devil.
Yeah, he does. Listen, we don't normally report on this kind of stuff, but our good buddy Chris Yates is one of the creators behind this book. He's working with Danny Trejo. Did we spell that right?
Trejo, yeah.
Okay, good. Thank God. So we working with Danny Trejo. Yes, that Danny Trejo to create Year of the Devil. Trevor, are you there? I'm gonna bring you up here a second. You're working on this one, right?
Yes, I am. I've built a lot of the assets that are going to be presented at the big panel on Saturday. I don't have the info in front of me, or I'd shout it out. But it's like the last big panel that day. I designed the book, so like all the credit page and trade dressing, all that kind of stuff is all me. Kind of helped edit a little bit, but that's actually mainly Chris. He just wrote a really clean script that I basically just had to fix some commas on, but yeah, this I feel like kind of the silent partner on this thing, because I'm not technically a creator, but I've worked my ass off on it and continue to. I mean, it's part of why I'm tired. But yeah, I'm looking forward to being in the room for that panel that we were talking about.
Awesome.
What are you looking forward to for San Diego this year, dude? It's meeting Trejo, it's being around for those signings. It's
that's so cool.
Amazing. Well, congratulations, and we're super proud of happy for you guys. Chris Yates is the guy who is helping us with all of our Kickstarters, working with Megan and Trevor to get all of those. We've got several, we've got a couple running and more on the way. So he is just a dynamo. So I have no doubt. The
man works really, really hard and is still humble about it. He's a really easy guy to partner with.
Yeah,
and
he's a good dude.
I wish him all the success, because he'll take with him.
I don't want to blow smoke up your butt, Adam, because the last thing you need is a bigger ego. But the team that you have built lately is just like seeing your Discord and being on it and stuff.
Everyone is really good at what they do, and cool.
Yeah. It's like you grabbed like the Magnificent Seven or something. Like Danny like Ocean's 11. Like, what have you done? What have you done? It's really cool.
Listen, people often ask me, I hear a lot. You guys, how are you guys doing so much? And the truth is, I have an amazing team of people who have come along on this journey. Trevor being one of them.
Thank you.
None of this could have been done without them. Legitimately, I would have just be home talking on the phone. The poachers are coming, says Gabe. Who's hope? I think it's more hope from Gabe saying the poachers are coming. I think that's him hoping they come in and offer him enough to go away. All right. Anyway, yes, fantastic. I'm looking forward to watching you guys shine. It's going to be good. Oh man, there's just such good news in the chat right now.
Stop it! Stop it! We have to finish this show. All right.
I know. Trevor, I got to go deal with this. This is awesome. Anyway,
thanks so much, Trevor.
You just sent me that message. Thanks, Trevor. All right.
Okay. Listen, I know we weren't gonna do market share by publisher, but I'm gonna go rogue. I'm gonna pull up one slide. I know we weren't gonna do it because Sean's not here, but I gotta. Can I just?
It came in late. You might as well. Let's go ahead.
All right,
let's go.
Dude, look at DC crushing it. It's not even close.
Damn. God damn. This is the first time I'm seeing this, so that's my first reaction.
Absolute Batman, man. Absolute Batman is an absolute juggernaut. And it's just like it comes out and it just crushes everything. I think last week was also absolute Catwoman, although we don't have the weekly.
Yeah. We'll have those. If you're interested in the numbers behind this, we're going to show them in the Prana bullet. I'm sure there's going to be.
Yeah, that's right. You, the listener, viewer, person, need to go right now, because if you want to actually see what makes up this week's massive numbers, you need to go to the Prana bullet and click that little QR code there. Subscribe to the bullet. You will get the top 400 in your news, in your inbox every week, and some amazing other news. I get privy to all the news that we're collecting behind the scenes, and like a lot of it is stuff I don't know about, and I'm on all of the places. So you need to sign up for this right now. There you go.
We do our
That's your
best.
free plug.
Our goal is really to collect data and talk about the comics industry so everybody can grow. That's really it. I mean, at the end of the day, like, it's just about like how much can we bring in and learn so that we can help our clients and help our friends and help everybody kind of grow. So, let's go back really quickly. I want to look at that. You're saying that this is from Absolute Batman, this DC book.
Yeah,
I have
yeah.
a
Absolute
pet
Batman
theory about
22.
why Absolute Batman is so big this week. And so I want to bring back somebody who was in the pre-show banter here, who has an idea. Mr. Joseph Keating, the editor-in-chief of Comics the Magazine. You have a pet theory about why Absolute Batman would do so well this week? You are on mute. There is no audio coming out of your microphone.
How about now?
Oh, there it is. There you go.
Okay, all right. Cool. So yeah, editor-in-chief of Comics the Magazine. I've got a pet theory about why Absolute Batman popped off. It is a first appearance. This is a minor spoiler, but so this is the cover, Absolute Batman number 22. Why did DC crush it so hard this month? Why is DC just dominating the comics industry? Is it because they ran this ad for Comics the Magazine in the back of the issue? That's it. That's it.
That's it.
DC's all in on Comics the Magazine. You should be too. So buy this, CGC it, sell it for, I don't know how much CGC Comics cost, like $1 million,
thousands of dollars. Yeah,
$1.5. That's what that's.
But yeah, tell your local retailer this ad is awesome.
There you go.
Tell DC the ad is awesome as well.
Yeah, tell DC this ad rules. You should do this more often.
That is absolutely right. And thank you to DC.
Yes, thank you
for
very much.
Our friends there for helping us get that done. Thanks, Joe.
Bye.
All right. All right, let's go back. I want to talk about the rest of the market share real quick because there are a couple good ones in there.
We can talk about it. We can talk about it. It's right here.
Okay, good. Dynamite, Image, the Image 14. That's our guys. The Image 14%. Dynamite coming in almost at 5%. Nick, keep going, buddy. Let's go.
Wasn't it great to see Nick go out and he like crowed about it on different social medias last week that he was in the top 5. And yeah, I'm so happy for them because there's an alternate timeline where Diamond's bankruptcy causes Dynamite to implode, right? And we lose 5% of the market when that happens because a lot of those people aren't really, they're buying the Dynamite stuff because it's Dynamite stuff, and they could potentially just be gone to the ether.
They were one of the last major publishers to find distribution outside of Diamond. They were entangled in almost like it's seemingly untangleable death throes with Diamond. Like the fact that they pulled that off is nothing short of just corporate magic. And
I agree.
Impressive to see. IDW doing strong, 2.5%. That's always good. Ain't anybody in the top 5 that cracks that 2% line is really strong.
Next week's going to be a number because the Last Ronin comes out this week. The new Last Ronin series, so we're going to see that really
run that board. Let's go. Let's see you next week. Boom at 1.5. Dark Horse 1.5. Ignition in a strong 1.26. That's a really strong position for them.
Yeah,
I'm impressed. I keep hearing good things. Like I'm hearing a lot. Titan very strong. And Bad Idea squeaking in at 0.66%. My old alma mater, Bad Idea. Y'all doing good work. They're really putting nice work out on the show.
What's most impressive about Ignition is we got to remember that like this is a company that is less than a year old. They made their debut at San Diego Comic-Con a year ago. They didn't even release their first book until I think it was October when the first issue of Murder Podcast came out. So yeah, this is pretty cool. Top 10 showing for a company that's less than a year old, I think is really neat.
Yeah. Everybody wants to talk about our buddy Philip, so could be it. But,
well, he's easy to talk about. He's a nice man.
He's a nice guy.
And you want to see
advertising a good magazine yet? No magazine advertising. I have to note from Ignition.
Yeah.
Imagine
you should maybe have a chat with him.
Imagine if they were. All right. There you go.
They'd be number 2. Number 2. Let's talk San Diego Comic-Con. How is everyone? Are you guys doing deep lunges? Are you hydrating? Do you have a hydration plan? You know,
I have
got a lot of
this.
questions.
This is Comics the Magazine bottled water that
Okay,
is
all right,
keeping us hydrated. We're doing our best
Yeah.
to maintain that. Getting lots of exercise, lots of good. Well, we're trying to sleep, but there's a lot to do. We are, we're getting ready. We're getting fit. There's a lot of like a boxing montage going on right now. There's a whole lot of like, there's a lot of doing like boxing workouts with farm equipment. And I'm not joking about that part, but yeah.
You're flipping tractor tires, are you?
No, actually, I spend most mornings. This is really, I don't know why we're talking about this. I spend most mornings these days digging bamboo out of the ground, which involves a pickaxe. And it's me in overalls getting really dirty digging bamboo out.
Okay.
I have to get the exercise, man. Otherwise, it just doesn't, there's no snow to shovel right now. So there you go. Yeah.
Okay. I just had to tell my kid that I can't pick her up because I am currently podcasting. Okay, dear Marco, Comics Pro is hosting the Retailer Day at San Diego Comic-Con, which is the Friday, I believe. Is that correct? Friday?
Yes, I do believe it is. Did you really skip the slide? You skipped the slide.
I mean, we said, dear Marco, that's
you didn't put it
how
up.
Much do we have
you
to
skip the slide? All right, that's fine.
I did not.
It's fine.
Did I?
You
Oh,
don't have to
I did.
skip the slide.
So yeah. I'm
It's
sorry.
funny
I
to
skipped
me
all
every
the slides.
time.
Every time
it's
I
funny.
know.
I think I should get
Text
this little bit.
Adam from why it's funny to him because I can't legally be part of that conversation. So, Comics Pro is hosting a retailer day on the Friday. It is jam-packed with presentations from like 9 a.m. until I think like 6 p.m. So if you're going to be at San Diego, this is the place to be that day. There's going to be announcements from places like Marvel and DC. It's the only place you're going to see all the publishers, including our friends at Comics the Magazine and Recca.
That's true. Yeah,
So,
Comics the Magazine and Recca. We're going to be in the we're going to be in the lunar portion of of that day. So we're going to be doing kind of a presentation. It's not long. None of these presentations are long. It is going to be something like 6-8 hours of 5 to 7 minute presentations. It's going to be an interesting day. I don't know what it's going to feel like, but it's going to be something. So yeah, we'll be there. We'll be talking about what's happening coming up for Comics the Magazine and for Recca's The Future Is. And at least one of those things is going to be discussed that was just approved momentarily ago while we were on this. All right, so if you go, you'll know when we see this. So there you go. 11:20 on stage, says Megan. All right, great. Insider hacks. So how many times have you been to San Diego, Marco?
I've zero been to San. It's actually on my bucket list.
You've never been?
I've never been. Yeah.
Goodness.
Yeah. I have multiple San Diego t-shirts from as far back as 1989, but I've never been myself. Yeah, everybody that goes always brings me a t-shirt. It's great. It's great. It's hilarious running joke with my friends. Oh, hilarious.
They are hysterical, your friends. People will like to say how many years they've gone, and I've lost complete track. I have no idea how many I've been to. It's been, I don't know. I want to say my first was probably around 94, 95, something like that. And I've missed a few along the way, but yeah, I've gotten pretty good at it. If you have any questions about San Diego, please put them in the chat because, we're happy to answer them. I will say that there are a few things that you absolutely should do. And I don't know, did we build any slides around this? I think we did, but
we've got your schedule. Yeah.
Huh? Oh yeah, we'll get to your schedule in a minute. So there are a few things I really want to tell you is if you are looking for a meeting, never wear new shoes. This is what Jeremy at Titan, he's absolutely right. Be prepared to walk. I always like to carry an extra pair of socks in my bag because there's nothing like a clean pair of socks like in the middle of the day. It makes a huge difference. Don't lose your glasses in an Uber. We're getting that one in the chat. Well, I will say, if you are interested in either being in a meeting with people in the comics community, or watching people in a meeting, or listening to, say, a publisher of a top 5 publishers market share, whatever I'm trying to say, a top 5 publisher, if you're listening to the person who's running it yell at a staff member, it's a great place to be. Is the Marriott Pool Bar, the tequila bar right next door to the San Diego Comic-Con. If you want a quiet meeting, I recommend the pool bar at the Hyatt, which is left of the convention center. So if you later in the day, I would say that the Hyatt bar that is on the second floor, it was one of the best spots, but it's also really crowded and it's really loud. So if you don't want to do that, refill your water bottle in the meeting rooms. That's a pro tip. That's absolutely it. Hilton, that's right, the Hilton Bayfront. That's where you want. I was wrong about the Hyatt. Let's see. I know we're going to talk. I don't know if you're allowed to show the secret map, but I would say, anytime you can get off the floor is good. Oh, there is.
I'm going to show it. I don't even care. Joe's going to fire me later. I don't care. I'm doing it. I'm showing it. There's the map. There's the secret bathrooms. There's how you get to them. There you go. Showed it.
I do actually like the bathroom at the Marriott Pool Bar, but no, we're not showing. We're not going to show the secret one in the convention center that only people who know how to do it go. It's good to know that you can get. Oftentimes, you can get into the convention center from the front or the back. So if you go near the water, you can go up those big stairs. That's a pro tip. And honestly, find time for some quiet.
Yeah.
Just find some time for just a moment, because there's going to be an onslaught of people who are paying millions of dollars for your attention. And the best thing you can do to preserve your own sanity is to not give it to them for a minute. Just down and be quiet. And you're in a beautiful spot.
Yeah.
Go to Ocean Beach if you have a time. San Diego is home to one of the most beautiful beaches in the world. You absolutely should go.
Go see some sea lions and walruses that are hanging out there.
You can go to SeaWorld. Absolutely.
No, they're just like on the beach.
Oh, that's true too.
Like at the just look. There's a walrus. Okay, cool.
That does remind me. As far as parties go, the Comic Book Legal Defense Fund party at the Westgate Hotel, that I think is on Thursday night, is one of my favorite sort of networking events. And it really it's not, you don't have to be invited. You just have to make a donation. And there's plenty there to help support a worthy cause. Yeah.
Jeremy is just full of good tips. We should just
seriously
collect these and put them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Anyway, it is a show. It's a bear of a show, and you've spent a lot of money to get there. You want to get your value out of it, but you also need to keep yourself sane and healthy. So
San Diego is honestly one of my favorite cities in all the United States, because it varies by temperature like 1 degree all year around. It's always like the most comfortable temperature it could be. I do love that city. I've never been for the con, but I've been to San Diego a couple times.
I will tell you, if you're walking around San Diego proper, let's say you got yourself into an Airbnb or something, or you're just walking around downtown, there are a lot of unhoused people in San Diego. But unlike many other places in the world, you don't have to be mentally unstable in order to live there unhoused. It's a beautiful place to live without a house. So, just know they're just people in San Diego. You don't have to worry about them. They're pretty nice people. All right.
You guys are busy. This is your let's talk a little bit about some of your panels. We won't go through all of them, but this is all 6.
No, I think there's
is there a secret 7th? I feel like there is a secret 7th.
Yeah. I don't even remember now. All right, let's talk about them. Thursday.
Princess the New Digital.
The Princess New Digital. This is going to be led by none other than Mr. Joe Keating. We're going to be talking about an entire wave of new publications that are doing what we thought the internet was supposed to do for us, that it just failed to do. So we're going to be talking about how magazines are working in a much better way than they ever have before, and much better way than internet has. We're talking about why comics never really have seemed to crack through to the digital platforms in the way that music and movies and TV and even books, right? They've never really seemed to figure it out. So we'll be talking about why print is the new digital, which is a spicy term that both two different digital platforms called me out on, which I think is funny. Okay. 5:30 to 6:30, already teased it. The past, present, and future of comics distribution. We have some of the biggest names in comics distribution are going to be on this panel. We're going to be talking about the history of how we got here. We're going to be talking about what comics distribution looks like today. We're going to be talking about what your options are if you are not with one of those platforms. We're going to be talking about, like, what is distribution really? Like, and how has that definition changed? This is going to be a fun one. I'm really looking forward to it.
Is this kind of the evolution of the one that you did in Chicago that Django and I were on?
Yep.
Yeah, that's cool. That was fun. Like the first half of it where you're just kind of going through the history. There was stuff there that I had no idea. And I've known about this industry, since the 80s. It was really cool.
It is. I mean, as much as you and I spend so much doing day-to-day work inside of our industry, all of that is the same. It's just some of it just moved over a longer timeline, because we didn't have the communication as nearly as quickly. Marvin asks, will the panel be recorded? It will be, or one of these is going to be officially recorded, but for the most part, if we are not doing it, if we don't have a recording after, we're just going to do a virtual version. So one of the things we do at Prana is whenever we do these panels, we always like to do it virtually so that you can get a feeling for it. Print is the new digital is already up on our channel, so you can take a look at that one. Reels to Register is short form video, the new comics journalism. This one's a little spicy. I apologize to my comics journalist friends, but it's the way you get these things approved, apparently. So the idea here is that there was a time when you could just send a press release and you gave a couple of exclusive preview pages to Heidi or Rich or CBR, and that's what you needed to sell the book. Now it's much different. You have to work with influencers, you have to work with content creators. This whole world has shifted, and so we're going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking to some of the biggest people in that world. Hot takes only. If you were here last week, you know how much fun this one's going to be. We're going to be doing this one live. We're going to look at the Pullbox Power Rankings and what they say about the comics industry. And we're going to look at why certain people aren't on them. We're going to hear some spicy takes. We're going to be getting some spicy takes from the audience. There's going to be a whole lot. We're going to be talking.
This one will be fun. First of all, it's 8 o'clock till 9 o'clock. So that's a different audience that you're going to get. And I think it's probably the most interactive presentation you guys do. So it's going to be really fun.
Yeah. Next day on Friday, 5:30 to 6:30, breaking into comics without a publisher. Stop asking for permission. This is our we decided to give you some advice right in the middle of the title of this one. Basically, this is why now is the best time to start a comic book publisher. Now is the best time to publish your own work. You don't need gatekeepers. There's nobody stopping you from finding your audience. We're going to tell you how. We're going to work with we're going to have some of the most exciting publishers in the market today going to be there. Matt Rosenberg is going to be there. We're going to talk about how we build publishers from the ground up these days. And that's one of the things that Prana does. Really cool. We have some interest in that.
Matt Rosenberg was just on David Harper's sketch podcast. And man, that guy is smart. Like, I was really impressed by the stuff that he shared, and just he had a lot of things that had me as a retailer really kind of reconsidering some of the things I do. So that's great. That's awesome.
Somebody's mentioning in the chat that something happened to Joe Field. If we can maybe get a link or a conversation about that behind the scenes, I'd love to have that up, because it's the first time hearing of it. Joe's been a mentor and somebody I'm really, really fond of. So I'm happy. Sorry to hear that there's something going on, but yes, we should discuss it if we can. All right. Cool. Inside the Hacker's Mind, Friday, 7 o'clock p.m., room 32AB. Inside the Hacker's Mind of cybersecurity culture and the code behind the chaos. This is actually, I know this one seems like a left turn for us, but this came out of our work with Rekka and the Black Hills Information Security. They're superstars in the world of cybersecurity. And so we are going to have legitimately some of the biggest names in cybersecurity on this panel, including Rob Guillory, the artist Rob Guillory, who did a book for us, or them rather. I wasn't on board that one. Joe was. And Joe will be leading this. I'm looking forward to this panel. I'm looking forward to sitting in on this one. So it's going to be a really good time. These guys are straight up like there's a woman, Alith, who's going to be on this panel, whose job is to break into banks. Her job is to break into places that she's not supposed to be. She, on a daily basis, does the heists that you see in movies. It's incredible. You watch her talk.
I'll also tell you from 2025, when these guys did their first presentation at Comics Pro, it was roundly regarded as the single best presentation. A lot of people have said ever. They're engaging, they're smart, they're talking about stuff that impacts you, whether you're a retailer, a consumer, whatever, and they bring it in a way that's easily digestible. So like, I highly recommend people go. These guys are they're fun to listen to. And it's actionable, tactical things that you can use, because these guys also run like huge seminars for security, and they know how to deliver information in an educational way. I don't want to shill, but like, I think this is the one that people will get the most out of, honestly. I'm sorry to all your other presentations, but I'll bet you this is the one that people talk about later.
Listen, our goal is to make each one of these like really information dense. Like you should come away from it like you just read a book, and you can be an arrogant jerk at a party thinking you know all the answers because you heard us tell you them. This is one of those where I will tell you, the more time I spend with hackers, the less confident I am that everything is going to be okay, and the more confident I am that I will be able to navigate it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, if you have the knowledge before the bad things happen, it's like vaccinations. Knowledge of the vaccination that will help you get through that stuff. So,
and even just knowing what it looks like when it happens, like, oh, I knew this was coming. That in and of itself is like an inoculation. But to carry your metaphor a little further, it's like an inoculation from the panic that happens when it does. Like you just go, oh yeah, all right.
When you get a weird text from your buddy on Facebook who says, "Hey, are you in Paris right now?" and you go, "No, I'm not. What's going on?" and you find out your Facebook. Not that that's ever happened to me, but yeah, this is the kind of thing that'll help you. Also, Saturday, 7 to 8 p.m. did Drop Culture Break Comics at the Grand 10 and 11 Marriott San Diego Marina is your final.
And do we have the meetup? Do we have a slide for the meetup?
That's what the Grand 10 and 11 is.
Oh,
right?
no.
That's a different meetup.
There's a meetup. We didn't do a slide. We'll do it next week. Saturday, 3 p.m. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Saturday, 3 p.m. Want you all to come to the field in the middle of San Diego. It's an old 4 p.m. says Joe. Saturday, 4 p.m. We're gonna go to the field, which is an Irish pub that has been a favorite of especially British comics creators for decades. And they got a nice little upstairs room. We are not having a party. This is a meetup. We're going to be there. We're going to have some drinks. We're going to order some appetizers. We may have some gifts for people who show up. This is not a party where we're paying everybody's bar tab. Just want that clear. But please do come. If you're a fan of the show and you're in San Diego, we desperately want to meet you. I'm so looking forward to talking with you guys about the show. Real quick, Jamie puts in some details. Oh, yeah, somebody else posted the button. All right, I'm done.
Touching buttons.
Hands up. Libby saved his life by getting him to take his health seriously. His proximal left anterior descending artery was 90% blocked, but they got it fixed. Oh, well, that is a relief. Thank you.
Yeah. It looks like he went in for an angioplasty and came out in good health.
Ooh.
So
well, that is
yeah.
excellent to hear. I mean, I
Yeah.
had a little, I won't say it's not even a scare, but somebody told me that my blood pressure was way higher than it needed to be, and that I had to go on my first medication ever. Ever, but I like, I'm going to be on this medication probably the rest of my life. And it was a really weird moment of, oh yeah, I could live a long time if I'm careful. That's really
yeah. Joe in his post said he has some lovely things to say, but he says, make this be a wake-up call for anyone reading this. If you feel something's not right with your health, don't wait. Get it checked out. I waited almost too long, and that could have cost me my life. Speaking as somebody who had a health issue a couple of years ago that literally could have killed me, when you can't walk up a flight of stairs anymore without getting winded, you're not just getting old, something's wrong. So go get that checked out. And yeah, I know everybody has, doctor anxiety, but literally I would not be here if I wouldn't have gotten it checked out, and it saved my life. So go do it.
I will say I had 2 symptoms in my body, and I'm somebody who tries to take this stuff pretty seriously. I don't know. There's a lot of people who talk about what I've done, but I try and take these things seriously. But I had 2 symptoms that cleared up when my doctor said, "I think you're just dehydrated." Just take it seriously. Seriously, your body is the reason your brain works, right? You can't separate the 2 of them. You got to do this. So, and ain't none of us, not a one of us, is getting any younger. Oh, look at that! Hey,
there's your meetup.
There we go.
There's your meetup. The Authentic Irish Pub, The Field, San Diego Gaslamp Quarter, Saturday, July 25th, 4 p.m. Pacific time, 7 p.m. Eastern time.
There you go.
On Eastern time.
All right.
Let me talk about the FOMO that I've got. I have so much FOMO. There's some really cool exclusives that are going to be there. You have Image Comics and Ghost Machine giving away Hammer Fist. Actually, I think they're selling them. Hammer Fist and Crowbound Ashcans. There's Carmen Blade, Chain Kata, Duo Powerbomb, Black and White #1. They will have a bevy of artists at the Image Comics and Ghost Machine booths. 24/7 Comics and Tokyo Pop are doing some really cool ash cans for Evermind and Anderson Karma. IDW has a Star Trek #1 ash can. Star Trek #1 coming out, I want to say, in like September. And I know that we've got like an astoundingly large number of Star Trek fans that are super excited about this. IDW is also doing a IDW Dark Flip book, which features Any Given Smile #1 and You'll Never Leave This Place Alive #1. So that's cool. And then on the toy side, which I have a secret love of toys. It's actually not that secret if you look behind my head. Hasbro always does some amazing exclusives that eventually go on HasLab, but there's going to be a Marvel Legends Spider-Man 1967 cartoon Spider-Man Lizard Electro 3-pack. There's a Marvel Legends X-Men 97 Professor Xavier and Hoverchair. Transformers is doing a Optimus Prime trailer and Jazz in a cereal box. They're also doing a Transformers times Gem and the Holograms set. There's Real Ghostbusters Ectoglow Copter Vehicle, Star Wars Vintage Collection, Anakin Skywalker and Ventress. Mattel is going to be there and may have some of their DC Collector series. They've been big rumors about that because Mattel is taking over the license from McFarlane. McFarlane has probably their last San Diego exclusive with a gold label Hal Jordan. And then there's a bunch of other guys like Beast Kingdom, Big Bad Toy Workshop, and Four Horsemen who all have really cool exclusives. But yeah, that stuff, like, you can probably pay for your trip just by buying some of that stuff and flipping it on eBay a couple days later, which makes you a terrible scalper. But look at this. What are we looking at? Talk to me.
Oh, these are just 2 exclusives that are for Comics and Magazine. They're going to be available at San Diego Comic-Con. This one, the Momo from our friends at Mad Cave. They're going to be doing this. John Cusack did a really amazing book that they
that's cool.
A little piece inside of. And this one from some up-and-coming artist named Alex Ross. I don't know if you ever heard of this guy. He's doing this independent book called The X-Men. And we have an exclusive cover on that that's going to be sold at San Diego Comic-Con for Comics the Magazine. in July. Here's what I'm going to say to you, publishers. If you're there, manufacturers as well. I know it's really difficult to play favorites, but when the retailer shows up and says, "Hey, can I buy this?" I have somebody back at home. What you're literally doing is paying him to be there, which means that you are now paying for their ability to sell your stuff year round. So don't give them a hard time. Let them buy one or two. Don't get crazy. Make them disappoint someone at home.
Yeah.
But, just help them out with one or two. And if you see either Charles or Roger Prowse show up and it doesn't look like they haven't bathed in a week because they shoving their cars full of exclusive stuff, it's true, but you still should sell it to them. Is all I'm saying. All right.
That's too funny. That's too funny because it is true. Let me give you my small FOMO list.
Oh, let's go.
So there is a Last Man Standing at San Diego Comic-Con panel that has Paul Levitz, Mike Richardson, and Gary Groth, who combined have over all the panelists that are going to be on this, because there's a few more people on top of that, combined have over 300 years of comic book experience. And as somebody who was we were at the Paul Levitz and Jim Shooter panel at New York Comic Con a couple of years ago. It was so great. It's like that you're just breathing comics history. That is one panel I would definitely make time for. Another one, the Marvel Comics Midnight Universe panel. Everybody wants to know what the deal is with Midnight Universe. If you attend that panel and stay all the way through, Marvel is giving away a black and white Ashcan edition preview of Midnight Universe. And if you remember from a couple of years ago when they did the Absolute Batman Ashcans, those things sold for a ton of money online. So you want to pay for your trip? Might be a little thing.
Show up.
Yeah, Titan Comics, who always has really cool stuff. They are going to have Geiger's Alien hardcover, which is like a thing that came out in the 90s. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous hardcover. I think this might be one of the first times it's been reprinted. I have a copy upstairs. It is the coolest friggin' book I own. I love that thing so much.
I remember that. It was gorgeous.
Yeah, right? It was so cool back in the day. So Titans has got that, and they're selling a limited number of copies. And then last but not least, our friends at Ignition Press have an exhibit hall booth for the first time. And they're still doing a pop-up across from the San Diego Wine and Culinary Center, which that's going to be cool because you've got guys like, guys like Jeremy Hahn will be there. I know that there are two new authors that they haven't announced yet who are going to be there. And one of them is somebody that Gabe will want to be there for. And that's all I'm going to say about it. Yeah, it's going to be super cool. Super cool. That's one of the places I'm most sad about because I would probably be hanging out there the entire time and having the time of my life. So that's my FOMO list.
I'm so sorry, buddy. Wish I could be there for you, but
well, maybe someday the tensions between our countries will go away and I can freely cross the border again.
I think
which for the first time in my 55-year life is not possible.
You just acknowledge that we're the best, and then that's easy. I mean, it gets easier. It's all
moving along. I think we've got some quick cuts. We should just hop into those quick cuts. Hop right into those quick cuts.
Hey, Brian. Every week, comic shops have to make a plethora of decisions, an amazing amount of decisions with very little information, and there are a lot of really great books that they might miss. Really great books that they should maybe hear a little more about. And I really think that we should make sure that we can. But you know what? Don't take my word for it.
No.
Hassan, one half of the Living Corpse creative team, and I'm here to talk about the Living Corpse Hex Files, written by none other than comic book legend David Michelinie. This is a one-shot coming to stores in August. Your pre-order is now in July. So if you are interested in the Living Corpse, you're going to be finding out about what it's like to be undead and be a hero and try to do the right thing at the right time at the last part of your life. The Living Corpse meets Mac Hex, the ghost detective, and they go on a paranormal adventure together. So check it out to see who comes out on the brighter side.
Hi, I'm Robert A. Malteri, and I'm the creator and writer of Nightwolf. Nightwolf is a story about a young man who finds out that he's born a werewolf, gets thrown into a supernatural war against demons, witches, vampires, other werewolves. Fans of Supernatural, Demon Slayer, Castlevania, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Underworld, and other anti-hero monster horror series, you will enjoy this book. It's got a lot of action, got a lot of drama, detail, horror, great art by Carlos Herrera. You can get it in your local comic stores come August 12th. So you get in there, ask your local store owner, order this for me, and you'll enjoy.
I love those so much. Those are so great. I can't find Adam. Adam, there you are. Oh my gosh.
I personally
You
think
disappeared
this is what the Comics Pro should be like. It should be 5 to 50, 40-second clips of people saying, here's why you should pay attention. Just and be done. In and out.
I love it. I love it. I think that's a genius idea. 50 seconds. You have 50 seconds on the clock and go.
And go.
And go. I love it. So Corpse, the Living Corpse #1 is on FOC this week. There are all your numbers.
They're from American Mythology, also in the Prana Publishers section. David Michelini, man. It's
I know, right? That's cool.
Gonna have a good time.
That's really cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And then Nightwolf Trade Paperback Volume 1 from our friends at SourcePoint Press.
Awesome. Or
Yeah,
as Jason Blanchard from Record would have said, Nightwolf.
That's what
SourcePoint.
So is Jason from like Michigan?
I don't know. I think he might be actually.
Because that's a very Michigan thing. Like you can always tell regional accents. I know I say about or a boat or whatever. But yeah, Michigan, I love like the northern Michigan accent is wolf. There's a bunch of words like that. I caught that on the video. It's very Michigan. I love it. It's adorable.
That's right.
Adorable.
It's
also
an onomatopoeia.
We've got
it's now live.
Now live.
Yes.
This book looks great.
It really does. It really does. Jeff Dreschler has done an amazing job of putting this book together. It is now live on Kickstarter. This is his first campaign. So if you really want to work with a publisher who is doing his very level best to do everything right, create the right product, create the audience, bring it to market, let everybody see that it's not just, just one of those things that people do for vanity. Please do back this Kickstarter. It's got some really fantastic tiers. It's already performing really well. So please do scan this code. $2,600 in already.
Wow,
look at that brand spanking new
amazing
campaign, and he's already at $2,600. There you go.
Let's keep on paying some bills, buddy.
All right, Comics the Magazine Classifieds. Let's see if we can find classifieds. That's because they're in every single issue of Comics the Magazine.
Yeah,
I mean, tens of thousands of people are reading this. Tens of thousands of people are getting this. And I will say, once again, you've heard me make this pitch. Classifieds are the thing that without them, the universe fell apart. Our whole world fell apart without classified ads in publications. Yeah,
literally, the beginning of the downfall of North American civilization was the day that Craigslist debuted.
You're goddamn
killed
right.
The classified.
We lost the classifieds.
I agree. Yep.
And then Trump.
That's
what
where
happened.
That's where the timeline diverges. If Craigslist never exists, it's wine and roses for everyone.
You want to go back to basics?
You
want to refix what's wrong? Let's start right here. Let's rebuild it. Let's communicate the way we're supposed to. Let's get each other's attention, and we'll say here's
send an email to classifieds.
Here's the thing I have. Yeah.
Send an email to classifieds at comicsthemagazine.com. $20 gets you a classified ad in the best-selling comics magazine about comics.
It truly is.
End. Full stop.
Absolutely. Full stop.
Talk to me about your bullet one last time.
Unlike the Comics Magazine, which is almost the classifieds of Comics Magazine is almost free, and the issue itself basically is almost free too. I mean, you won't even notice once you put that in your stack the price. But whatever, the Prana bullet actually is free. All you need is an email address, and you all have one. So all you got to do in order to get the Prana bullet is you got to scan this code, or you go to pranadm.com. You get signed up. This person, Megan, who said $2,600, she has all the information. She pulls it together once a week, along with the top 400 of single issues that are selling in comic shops, along with the market share, along with an entire list of the items. Don't show my picture. I don't need to see.
Look at that button. It's so easy to do.
It's
You just go there, you do the thing, done.
Fill it out. You get the very next one. You're gonna feel smarter. You know what? When you go to all those dumb parties in San Diego, you're gonna have so much to talk about because you read the Prana Bullet. The people will know whether or not you read the Prana Bullet if you're at these parties. I'm just saying, they will be able to tell whether or not you belong.
They'll know. Speaking of belonging, that's a segue. Huh? If you go to the Managed Comics Discord, which is managedcomics.com/Discord, you tell them which store you belong to and get to join. You can be part of our next office hours every Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. My man Max, not my son Max, my guy Max, does an office hours chat where he just sits there, has the video open. You come on, you can talk with them, you can ask them questions, you can just hang out. And last week, somebody just talked with him for half an hour about comics, and he had the best time of his life. So go there on Thursday at 1 p.m. office hours every single week. I pop in when I have time, and we'll chat about Managed Comics. There you go.
I'm going to go in and talk about data reporting. We're going to
talk that sounds great. That sounds great. You should do that with Max. He'll love that conversation. He'll be like, I don't understand what this is, and I feel like this is something you should be talking with Brian.
Comics Magazine is available right now on your store. You can put it. Please do put it in your polls, because otherwise you're going to miss one of these. Yeah, I will say there's a good chance that you'll get some sort of secret if you do. If your store has so many people that they are able to do their polls, that they're able to get bundles, there's a good chance there's going to be something in there that you're going to be surprised by. So go tell your retailer, I need to be subscribed to Comics the Magazine. Go scan that QR code. Go to comicsmagazine.com and sign up, and we occasionally will email you. It's very, very rare, actually.
It's very rare. It's very rare. Retailers are just you and me.
I'm gonna step away for a minute. I just
want to talk to you guys for a second. I just want to talk to you about Comics the Magazine and kind of like something that some of you are sleeping on. So I'm part of a lot of the retailer forums. I'm not allowed to say which ones I'm on, but I am on them. And I hear some people complaining that the bundles are too expensive, that they're $25, and that I can't give away a $25 product. So there's a couple pages in here, and this is just between us. It's just, Dad doesn't even know about this. There's some pages here about comic picks, right? And there's some stuff about Clayface. If this doesn't sell you more comics, you're probably in the wrong business. If you can't sell a magazine about comics to your customers, you might be in the wrong business. And if giving that away doesn't get you more, and you need to track it with Comic Shop Assistant or Managed Comics and see, how that's working. But I guarantee you, because I've seen it with my own eyes, you've got people that are begging for a catalog. This is the closest to a print catalog you're going to get right now. So if you give something like this away, it costs you $1.25. $1.25 is Canadian pricing. $1. You can give away $1, I'm sure, and make $10, $20, $30. Like that ROI, people will do every day of the week. I don't mean to shill at them, but reading some of these people and what they say, just like, what are you doing? What are you doing? All right. I think
I don't have anything else to say. I mean, I'm just sitting back here.
Yeah, you like just
you're just killing it.
You disappeared on me.
You don't even need
It's way back. I was trying to find you in the picture. I was like, I don't think he's even
need me.
There he is.
You're good to go. Yeah. What else is there, Brian? You're doing great.
Yeah. I don't mean to chill, but like it infuriates me, and I never speak about it on these groups because like I don't want to speak for Comics the Magazine. But my God, how can you complain about a magazine that costs you $1 that you make $3 on? I literally don't understand.
Yeah, well, yeah.
All right,
let's talk about next week. Listen, man, I agree with you. You tell a retailer you're going to give him $20. He asks you why he didn't get 2 10s. I understand. Like we're doing our best to like make money for comic shops. But I love y'all guys. I love you guys. I really do. But if you can't make $25 a month happen and you can't figure out a way to make more money off of this, then what are we doing here? All right, there you go. All right, that's my whole rant. All right. Joe Polizzi. This guy is he's the big time. He is legitimately, when you look at who are the big marketers that have changed the way that marketing works in our world, Joe is at the top of that list. He created something called the marketing or the oh gosh, bless America, the Content Marketing Institute. Gosh.
Oh
yeah.
He
created something called the Content Marketing Institute. This is like a decade ago, and built it up to a point where he was able to sell it. He has written books on content marketing. He has written books on building businesses inside of content marketing. He is the real deal. This guy gets, I don't want to talk about what he gets for a keynote address, but he's going to be here next week talking about what it takes to build content marketing for businesses. And he's talking about how we can let our teams get weird, right? How we can let our teams be themselves, how we can let Megan, who knows more about comics than 90% of the publishers who are working today, we can let her get weird on the newsletter, because that's what it builds. How we let Trevor have his view on this show and actually show us what is like. Get out there and let them make content. Let them talk about your brand. He's going to tell you why. I'm so excited to have him on the show. He's really special guy. And by the way, I will tell you, one of his podcast, This Old Marketing, is one of my favorite weekly listens. So yeah, there you go.
That's awesome. Yeah, I think that would be a really good show. Unfortunately, I will not be here because I'm going to be in Toronto at a Shopify event for Tuesday and Wednesday. So
that's
but I understand that you're working on a really great co-host, and I think it's going to be a great show. I'll be watching it. I just won't be here.
We're going to have a good time. I'm really looking forward to it. And we're going to talk about building content. We're going to talk about building your own company's special brand of audience and how you connect with them. And I'm looking forward to
this. Is literally this is my show. And
I know
it's killing me that I'm not going to be at this one. It's
you can just do it from the hotel. Can you just take a break and do it from the hotel? You would really love this one.
I don't know if I can, but we'll see. I'll see what I can do. I'll see. Maybe I can make a special guest appearance from the show floor or something. But it's all right. Yeah, I'm super excited about the show. But you know what? That's it for me. You go to your.
I want to take a moment, and so many times I do these closeouts and I talk to a lot of different people involved in comics. But today I really want to talk to one special group. And we can call them haters if you want. We can call them antagonists if you want. But I want to talk to you who have a business or career in comics. Maybe you own a comic shop. Maybe you own a publisher. And you disagree with everything that Brian and I say. Every time we put something out, you are like, this guy again. And you're really looking hard to try and figure out how comics make it work in your business. Because it looks obvious, but you also don't like me. And that's fair. I don't know that I would like me all that much. You know the thing about you? You show up. You show up and you argue. You show up and you try to change things. And you give your point of view. And you make sure that your point of view is heard. And you make sure that you are doing your best to make a business run with the way you think it should run. And you do your best to say to other people, this is the way I think things should run. And you advocate for yourself and the people like you, and you legitimately are the reason we still have a comics industry, because you show up and there's conversation. And even when I disagree with you, I thank God that you're there. So for you, the haters, thank you. Because this week you saved comics. Namaste, y'all.
Comic Industry Insiders Live is dedicated to retailers, publishers, and fans of the comics industry. This show is a joint production between Prana Direct Market Solutions and Manage Comics. Trevor Richardson is our producer. Have an idea for the show or want to advertise your brand or business on the show? send us an email at info@pranadm.com. For more information about the show, visit pranadm.com. And thank you for saving comics.